All right, guys. So for this section, last section of this chapter, it's all about the fees that you have to pay, right? Because we can't just, right, we think we talked yesterday. I can't be like, hey, Joanne, you want to buy my stock?
Why not?
And him just give me like money for it right here. And like, it doesn't work that way. You have to go through a stockbroker of some sort, whether it's online, over the phone, in person, to get them to do it for you. I mean, if I was a stockbroker, sure, but I'm not. Math teacher. All right, so how do you buy and sell stocks? Can you buy them at the store? Yes? It's a good question. I really don't know. Or if they'd have to go to someone else. I'd have to look that up. I don't know. What? Wow, no, I did not know that. That's not good.
You know EA stocks were down like.
Is it close to, I saw like the post office and a lot of government buildings were closed.
Did you know EA stocks are?
That's going to affect our project. That's going to affect our project. I didn't even think about that. I'll have to look into those ramifications. All right, can you buy and sell stocks at school in the cafeteria?
Yes.
No. Can you walk into the stock exchange and sell them?
No.
No, you cannot. Right? You have to use a stockbroker. Ha ha. But it's not you just walking up to someone doing it. All right, so some vocab for us. Again, you guys are really going to need to study vocab. Your test is on Friday. I am not giving you a list of here's all the vocab words, but like just you have to go through your notes and look at all your vocab and make sure you know them, okay? Some of them I think are pretty self-explanatory. What's it mean to buy and sell stocks? Oh, I guess who buys and sells stocks? Sorry. Even I worded that one differently, didn't I? Stockbroker buys and sells stocks. But you're right, it would be trading. Sorry. The fee stockbrokers charge for their services, flat fee or commission. It's just a broker fee. If I put that one on the test, I hope you all get that right? The fee a stockbroker charges. It's a broker fee. But yeah, there's two different types. It can be a flat fee. Some of them like it's going to be $10 for every trade I make for you. And then some of them's like I'm going to charge you 1% of however much money that just transpired in your trade. Right? So if I bought like 200 shares for like $30 a piece, I'd have to see how much I spent and then they would take a percentage of that. So depending on what type of stockbroker you use. A percentage of the value of the stock trade is the commission. So obviously stockbrokers make money somehow. Charge low fees is a discount broker. Some people use those, like if you think you know a lot about the stock market and you don't really need advice, you could use a discount broker because their fees are really low, but they don't give investment advice at all. Like they're not going to be like, well, you should go with this company versus this one. They're not going to tell you that. Okay, they will just make the transaction happen. Okay, so I guess it depends how comfortable you are with what you're doing. At the market is when they're instructing the broker to get the best available price. So when you're talking to your stockbroker and you're like, I want you to get the best price, you would say, I want you to get at the market. Just some of the terminology that they use. Bless you. A limit order is the specified price you want to pay. Weird terminology in the stock market. And then your net proceeds, which is what we're going to work on today, they represent the amount of money that you make after the broker fees are subtracted. So we talked yesterday about capital gains and losses, right? Or gross gains. We think about it as when you get paid, like your gross pay is how much money you made before taxes were taken out, right? So same thing here. Your net proceeds is like your net pay, right? You don't actually bring home everything that you actually made. They take taxes out. Same thing here. You don't actually get everything because you had to pay your broker. So you're going to have to subtract out both your broker fees, the fee from when you purchased and the fee from when you sold. So every time you're going to have two fees because you're going to have to pay a fee when you buy it and you have to pay a fee when you sell it. So you're going to have to take into account both of them. So number one, Lee made 2 trades through his online discount broker, WeTrade. WeTrade charges a fee of $12 per trade. So no matter how much money he's dealing with, it's just $12. Lee's first purchase was for $3,456, and his second purchase later in the day was for $2,000. How much did he spend on the day's purchases, including broker fees? Yeah, we're going to add them up. Because it wants to know altogether how much did he spend. Well, he spent $34.56 on the first stock. He spent $2,000 on the second one. How much did he spend in fees? $24. Yeah, because it's $12 per trade. He made 2 trades. So $24 there. So we're just going to add them up. Good. $5,480 is how much he spent on that day. So your fees aren't usually like crazy ridiculous unless you're dealing with somebody who charges a % and you're spending a ridiculous amount of money. Okay? But no, they're usually, I mean, $12 per trade is not that crazy. Never heard of it. What's wrong? I don't know. I don't know if they have like a base pay and then that's just on top. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. I really don't know. You've asked 2 really good questions today. I'll just see if I can find. No, I'm glad. I'll have to look them up and see if I can figure that out for you. I really don't know. All right, number 2, Garrett made 2 trades in one day with his discount broker that charges $7 per trade. Garrett's first purchase was for $17.90. Second purchase was for $84.56. How much did he spend, including broker fees? So again, pretty basic, same as the last one. How much did he spend? Well, he spent $17.90 on one of them, $84.56 on the other. How much in fees? $14, because he made 2 trades. So altogether, $10,260. Hard math again today. But like you guys said yesterday, it's not that the math is hard, it's just understanding what all of it means and kind of how to use it together. Oh, stupid chart. Ugh, I didn't even think about that. I know. It probably printed Tensor brokerage fee schedule. Why? I don't know. Sorry. Oh, that's fine. Well, I guess you can look up here at my chart. I'm really sorry. I didn't even think about that again. Adriana purchased $7,000 worth of stock from a broker at Tensor Brokerage. The current value of Adriana's portfolio is $11,567. What's it mean, her portfolio? That's all of her stocks. Yeah, it's all of them. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Stupid update to the program. Now my charts don't print. Dumb. What broker fee must she pay? So you guys can look up here. So it's kind of broken down. We have 2 different things, right? So here's their fee schedule. It's based on their portfolio less than $250,000 or if it's greater than $250,000. So where does she fall? Less. So she's going to fall in this line. And then it's broken down if you did it online, if you did it over the phone, or if you'd used an actual broker. So what did she do? Broker. Right? It says from a broker. So she's in this column. So she's here. It says it is 0.5% commission plus online fee. So if I'm doing 0.5%, how would you write that as a decimal? Good. 0.005. Right, to switch it, it's always divide by 100, so you're moving the decimal 2 spots. You'd have to multiply that by what? Because it's 0.5% commission of what? Of the $7,000 that she spent. Then it says plus the online fee. Well, what's the online fee? Yeah, it says online is $15 per trade. So plus $15. So in other words, they're charging her more. Why would they charge more with the broker versus just doing it online? Why do you think? Right. The broker could be giving her advice, and if he's taking the time to talk to her, that's taking time out of his schedule versus her just getting online and just doing it herself. Right. Yes, time is worth money. Lauren, the reason why she still has the online, because it says plus online fee. So I had to add that on as well. So how much was her fee? That's $50. Sure. What do you want to switch to? Stockbroker? Oh. Did you want my work? Is that what you wanted? You know, I put all of this on Google Classroom. Like, by the end of this class period, it'll be on Google Classroom. Maybe he's got work to do. Number 4, Jared. Jared has a portfolio worth $500,000. He made 10 telephone trades during the past year, buying and selling $50,000 worth of stock. What was his total broker fee for the year? So first, which column does he fall in? Is he good? He's greater than 250,000. And he did it on the telephone, so he's here. And it says the online fee plus $9.50. So is it just $12 plus $9.50? Is that it? Times 10. You're right, because he did 10 telephone trades. So this says the online fee, which is $12 plus $9.50, and then we did that 10 times. So online fee plus $9.50, and he made 10 trades, so that he gets charged that fee every time he makes the trade. So how much did he pay in fees? $215. It looks like a lot of this based on like this, because again, different companies are different. It's like this is like their base price, like the cheapest you could go. But if you do it this way, it's more inconvenience to them, so they're going to charge you more. This is even more inconvenient for them because they have to talk to you, so they're going to charge you even more. So that's kind of where I'm thinking that's going from. That's just the way they base their fees. It's just like, here's your base fee plus more because you're annoying me. Yes, question.
The person who buys the stock buys the stock for the price, and after that price is added on to that for the stock.
Not half.
No, like
Whatever they're.
whatever the percentage is added on.
So you have to pay for the price of your stock and you have to pay for the fees. Yeah. But I mean, typically the fees, if you're spending like, he spent $50,000 on stock, is $215 much to this person? No, that's not much money to him. Yeah. It depended on how they made their trades. So this one was telephone, so I had to look in that category. The last one, they used the broker. Yeah. The fact that it was worth $500,000 put me in this row. The info I did not need was $50,000. Now I would have needed that had it been done over here, because then I would have had to multiply the percentage by that. We okay? Does that make you good? It all depends on where you're looking in the chart. Yes, Abby, calm down. All right, so number 5, Erin purchased $23,510 worth of stock and paid her broker a 1% broker fee. She sold when the stock price increased to $27,300 and used a discount broker who charged $21 per trade. Compute her net proceeds. So again, when it's saying net, think about your net pay. That's after taxes have been taken out. So this includes fees. So yesterday, when I was asking for like your gross capital gains, I was looking for just how much you sold it for, how much you paid for it. You just find the difference, whether it was a gain or a loss. So No, we're not doing a percent. It just wants the net proceeds. So how much money did they make after they paid all of my fees as well?
Okay.
So for me, I like to be organized. I don't know, some of you can just kind of willy-nilly throw numbers around. I like organization. So for me, I'd look at how much money did I spend. So money, actually, right, money spent. And then I like to organize it by money earned. When you're doing this, you're always going to have three numbers will fall under spent because I'm going to purchase my stock, I'm going to pay a fee when I buy it, and I'm going to pay a fee when I sell it. Right? So you're going to have a purchase, you're going to have a fee when you buy, and you're going to have a fee when you sell. So you're always going to have three numbers over there. Money earned, one number. Your sell price. Because that's money that you're making off your stock. All right. So first thing, money spent. She purchased $23,000, right? $23,510. She paid her broker a 1% broker fee. So when it's asking for 1%, what is 1% of this? So you'd have to multiply that by what? 0.01. So what would the fee be for that? Good. So that's your fee of 1%. What's the 235.10? And then she sold when it went to 27,300. That's money that she earned, right? 27,300. That goes in the money earned. But she had to pay another fee, which in this case was just a flat fee of $21. Yep, in order to sell it for her. So again, money spent, there's always three numbers. When you buy the stock, your fee for buying, and your fee for selling. So how much did she spend altogether, including fees? $23,766 and 10 cents. Don't forget your change. All right. So did she make money or lose money? She made, right? She got back 27,300, and overall she spent 23,766.10. So how much did she make overall? Good. So she had a gain or a profit, or however you want to word that, $3,533.90. So she made money. So just to kind of, again, give you that comparison, yesterday when I asked for gross capital gain, you would have just looked at what she spent and what she earned, and you would have just subtracted those yesterday. Same idea today, but I also have to take into account I had fees I had to pay. So I got to take those out because I don't make all that. I still had to pay that. The fees. Yep. So yeah, so it's not a lot different, just don't forget the fees. So like guys, Friday on your test, I will ask you questions where they'll be like two-part. You know, I'll give you the whole scenario just like this, and I'll ask you what was their gross capital gain. Gross capital gain is just the difference between what it sold for and what they bought it for. Then I'll ask you for their net proceeds. Net, meaning take out the fees as well. Kinda, yeah. All right, number 6. Yolanda purchased stock for $7,000, paid a 1.5% broker fee. She sold it for $6,325 and paid a 0.5% broker fee. Compute her net proceeds. Next. So net, again, that includes fees. So every time I see that, my brain goes money spent and money earned. I like to set it up like that. That way, in my mind, I can see them nice and clearly sorted out. So, how much did she spend on the stock? $7,000. What was the fee she paid to buy that stock? 100 what? 10. Yes, sorry, I was looking at the wrong problem on my paper. 105 because that was a 1.5% fee. So you just multiplied 7,000 by 1.5%. And then she sold it for $63.25. So that's money that came back to her. She earned that money. But she had to pay a fee to sell it. And that one was a 0.5% broker fee. Ooh. So what is 0.05% of the 63.25? Good. Are we okay that that fee of that 0.0 or that 0.5% fee? Whoa, I wrote that wrong, didn't I? Sorry. That is on that selling price, right? The fee that goes with selling it goes to the selling price. The fee with buying it goes on the buying price. If they're percentages. All right, so altogether she spent $7,136.63. Did she make money or lose money? She lost money. She spent over $7,000, only made over $6,000. So how much did she lose? $811.63. Poor thing. You just never know. Yeah. There's your rent for the month. Number 7, Darlene purchases $20,000 worth of stock on her brother's advice. See if she's got a good brother or not. Pays her broker a 1.5% broker fee. She sells her stock, but it increases to $28,600 2 years later. Uses a discount broker who charges $21 per trade. Compute her net proceeds after the broker fees are taken out. All right. So what did she buy it for? $20,000. And she paid a 1.5% broker fee. So what's 1.5% of 20,000? It's 300. Okay, she sold it, so that's money earned for $28,600. And the fee that she got charged then, just $21. So altogether, she spent $20,321. Should she trust her brother? She's got a good brother because she made money, right? How much did she earn? Whew, good brother. So that was a good brother. Are you claiming it's insider trading, Joel? Sibling love. Number 8, Fierro Brothers, a discount broker, charges their customers a $19 flat fee per trade. The Sando Investment House charges a 2% commission. For what amount of stock would both brokers charge the same commission?
Oh, really?
Oh, you knew I was going to throw some algebra in there somewhere. It's not that bad.
So nicely, and then you just had to pull the rug from under.
All right, so I want to know, when will they charge the same? What's the mathematical term for the same? Equal. All right, so I want to know, when is the $19 flat fee the same as a 2% commission? Abby? That's probably one way. Max, what do you think? Your hand's in the air. Tyler? Yeah. Kind of what you're setting up there is, when is $19 equal to 2% of something? So if you think about algebraically, you said it right though. To solve that, you would divide. Right? So when is the $19 equal to 2% of whatever I'm taking my commission of? So when is it equal? So yeah, to solve this, you just divide. 19 divided by 0.02. Good, $950. That wasn't that bad. If you spent $950, it wouldn't matter which broker you went with, you'd still pay $19. It'd be the same. So if I spend more than $950, which one should I go with? The $19. But if I spend less than $950, I want to go with the percentage because it's going to be cheaper. Yes, but you're absolutely right. Like, you need to kind of like weigh your option. Like, oh, look, this one's so much cheaper. Then you're like, oh, it's got $25 shipping on it. It's not that much cheaper. That's where they get you. I'm telling you, they do. They get you on that. See? But the same idea, right? If you're going to do stocks, you want to figure out where's my cheapest fee that I have to pay. So you got to shop around for that. All right, last one. More algebra. Sal bought X shares of stock. That's when you get excited, right? X shares of stock that sold for $23.50 per share. Let's stop right there. So if I asked you how much did he spend on his stock, how would you figure that out? Yeah, right? You would take how much your shares were, $23.50, and you'd multiply that by how many you bought, right? That's what you would do. You've done that already. All this chapter, we've done that. So that's how much you paid for your stock, right? So this is cost of stocks. Just make sure we're understanding where I'm pulling all these numbers from. He paid a 1% commission on the sale. All right, so what she's saying right there. If this is how much I spent on stocks, okay, so if this was my cost of my stocks, to figure out percentages, what did we do? We multiplied the percent times whatever my stock was. So 1% is 0.01, and you'd multiply that by the cost of your stocks. Right? That's how we always did that. We took whatever the percent was, we multiplied that by how much I spent on my stocks. In this case, it just happens to have an X in it. It says the total cost of his investment, including the broker fee, was $3,560.25. How many shares did he purchase? So the total cost is your cost of your stocks, plus this is your broker fee. Oh, I can't spell. And it said altogether that was $3,560.25. So the cost of your stocks plus your fee gives you your total cost. Cost of stocks, take your price times however many stocks you bought, which in this case I don't know. To find your fee, it's your percentage times however much you spent. And then those together gives you your total. Are we okay? I know it might have been a little iffy at first because we didn't know how many shares of stock we had. So if you're going to solve this, what would be the next thing you would do? Yeah, find like terms. Do we know what this is? Can we figure that out? Put 0.01 times 2350. Yeah, that becomes 0.235x. Yeah, just kind of cleaning that up. And then now those are like terms, right? They both have an X on them. So I'll put my like terms together and get 23.735x equals that. And then to solve for x, just divide. And we get x equals 150. Is that $150 or what is that? That's shares. So we're trying to figure out how many shares did he purchase? Purchased 150. If you weren't sure, could you go back and double check that worked out okay? Yeah, or I mean, think about it. If you said it's 150, be like, all right, he bought 150 shares for $23.50. You could multiply that together. 1% was the fee, so you multiply by 1%, see if that does equal what it's supposed to. And you can guess and check if you want. But how did you do it?
I did X, well, 23.5x times 1.04.
Oh, gotcha.
Because, so you would add the 1% on to like this number, but the 1 makes it 0.
Yeah, like I do that a lot with percentages. Yeah. Honestly, if your other way, if they work, they're fine. Like I'm okay with that. I'm an algebra-based person, so my brain goes to algebra. That's where I go. All right. Homework tonight is not the actual like worksheet over this section. Okay. Homework tonight is your chapter review. No, this stuff is on the back side of your. It's in here. I'm not just giving you homework just over this though. Okay. So this stuff is towards the ends of this. This is going to be due tomorrow. Sorry. Tomorrow you also will have time after we go over all of this to work on part of your slides for your stock project. Okay, you can do, I forget what the numbers are. You can do slides 38 to 42 tomorrow, just like all of the ones on the initial stuff that we already set up. Okay, you won't be able to do the last part of the slides until Friday because they go through the close of tomorrow is where we have our last stock day through the close of tomorrow. Monday and Tuesday I was giving an air test in here. Today and tomorrow I'm with Dr. Harms in his room, and on Friday I'm upstairs with Mrs. Stevens. Yeah, we're all scheduled to help out and give tests. All right. Questions? Are we good?